Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Audible podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about the hypothetical situation of the possibility of a new NFL team or teams, perhaps. Where they'll be located, on that sort of thing. So, you have any comments on this, Carter, to start us off?
Yeah, so the last expansion team, I believe, was the Houston Texans. And so they were the fairly recent team. And I think expansion teams, they don't happen often, right? It's not like a thing that happens every other year in the NFL. They take a while to do. And so, in my opinion, it's going to happen. There might be an expansion team in 15 years, I think is a realistic
Yeah, I
timeline.
agree. I do not think it's going to happen in the. I think it'd be optimistic to say it'll happen in the next decade. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So let's get in. First, we can talk about possible locations.
okay,
So I think, yeah, Nate, anything that comes to mind? Any
I think the
cities?
obvious one is St. Louis.
Yeah, already have an NFL stadium. They're NFL ready. I think that is a very obvious answer to a possible location.
Yeah, I think the people there just want football too. I mean, you looked at the XFL. They had the St. Louis Battlehawks. And
Yep, highest
yeah, exactly.
attendance.
The people there want a football team.
Yeah, they really do.
So I think that a football team could do really well there.
I think again, I think it's possible locations like St. Louis. I think St. Louis is the best of teams that have already had an NFL team, being compared to San Diego and Oakland. Now that the Raiders have moved to Vegas, so I think those two are possible just because they have like NFL venues and stuff. So I think that makes them more possible than other places. But again, you're right by saying St. Louis had they want football there.
Well, what do you think about the possibility of other teams moving? From where they are.
So I know everyone likes to say Jacksonville's moving to London and stuff like this. They have two games scheduled in London next year. I just don't ever see a team moving to London. I just don't know how that would logistically work in the NFL.
But they're
I,
playing more and
I
more games there every year. Jacksonville. You're saying there's
they
like
are.
that's like their second home almost.
Yep. I mean, they love the Jaguars there, which is a lot different from American people because Jaguars are losing fans or losing attendance, and I don't know, they're in a rebuilding stage. Might be good to make them relevant again, to get into to move to London.
Yeah, it's how far away do you think that's ever going to happen? I know ever is a long time, but how far away are we from getting a international team? And you think that would happen in Europe, or would that happen in Mexico or Canada? Even I don't think Canada's as interested, but it's possible.
No, I think realistically, I would probably start in Mexico just because that's closer and that's a lot less difficult than flying to London for a away game every week. And so I think that Mexico is a lot more likely to do it. And yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that. So you think if they do, add other teams, if they add multiple at a time, in Europe especially, or they just add one?
yeah, definitely in Europe. I think any expansion is going to be minimum probably four teams. And I would say 4 to 8 teams is probably the best. 4 or 8, not in between that, because then they could add one to each. If they did 8, you could do one to each division, things like
That'd
that.
be the perfect world. But if you had four, how do you distribute
Yeah,
that?
I think the best option would probably be to start. I don't know how that would work, but they could start a new division with just those 4 teams.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. Or you could add them to
Mm-hmm.
add two to a division in each conference.
Conference. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just a kind of a disadvantage to be in a five team division.
It really is. Yeah, because then you have to. Yeah, it really
I
is.
think just right now it's such a perfect number. 32.
It
Four
really is.
divisions,
Yeah.
four teams in each division. It just works well, and that's why I think it's just kind of unlikely, for there to be another expansion anytime soon.
Definitely. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I think expansion's again a long time away. If so, they're adding 4 or 8 teams in the U.S. I don't see it overseas for a while. So yeah.
Well, there we go, guys. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Audible. If you aren't, make sure you subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.